Hello friends, today let's discuss on the play Harvest by Manjula Padmanabhan. It is a play based on the organ trafficking in the third world countries. And of course, it is a play on the overt organ trafficking, the security on the commodification of body in third world countries. How the bodies of the people of third world countries are commodified by the people of first world countries only for the sake of money. Body commodification is the important theme of the play. Human body and its trafficking is presented beautifully in the play. Jidu becomes a victim of human trafficking and organ transplant. Guinea watches every move of their family, and later it was realized that Guinea was just nothing but a computer animated pet to seduce Guido to submit his body to Virgil. Jidu's eyes were taken first for the transplant, and later her entire body was transplanted into Virgil's body, which made Jaya furious and questioned their work. Throughout the play, the body transplant is the issue, and it was Om who was supposed to donate the organ, but Jidu was taken and he dies, giving his body to Virgil, who has consumed his entire body. Technology and cyber culture is another theme of the play. The role of technology and cyber culture is also a dominant theme in the play. The contact module was not just an electronic gadget that connects the two countries together, but also to gaze at the inner world of Om, Jaya, Ma, and Jidu. It was exposed later in the play that Virgil knew everything that the family tried to hide away from him. Virgil told Jaya that he recorded their movements and their conversations, as well as knows about Jidu and his relationship with other family members. The most important aspect to know was that the contact module could see as a record even if it was offline, and the family was strict, thinking that Virgil cannot hear or see their talk and actions. Ma seems to be disappeared at the end of the play, and her love for TV reflects that mankind is getting attached to technology, and Ma's inability to separate from TV also shows the imprisonment of mankind in the world of technology. When the agents came to install the newly ordered Super Deluxe TV ordered by Ma, she was engaged towards it and the ceiling of the nest that keeps the air in the it is a symbolical of mass being captured in the world of technology. Towards the major themes of the play, it is a futuristic play. Its organ selling is the main theme of the play, and also the setting of the play is Bombay 2010. It is set in future, though it is published in 1997, and the company that is acting as a mediator for organ trafficking is Interplanta Services. Okay, so setting is Bombay in 2010. The major characters of the play are Om Prakash is a jobless Indian, and his mother Ma, and his wife Jaya, and Jidu his brother. Then Guinea is a person who is talking to them through video calls from first world country, but towards the end of the play we can understand it is a machine automated person. Actually, it is not a real person. The main character Om Prakash loses his job while living in a one-bedroom apartment with his family, and decides to sell unspecified organs through a company called Interplanta Services Inc. And the whole family is under the views or under the supervision of this company now, and uh, some guards are appearing and taking Jidu instead of Jom to do the eye surgery. Once the procedure is over, his eyes will be donated and he will be left wearing a pair of goggles that look like a pair of imitation eyes. Om expresses to Jaya that since they don't care about Om and his family, the less fortunate, and they are going to operate on Jidu, even though they made a mistake and took the wrong person. In this scene, Om acts very cold hearted and seems to only care about the money he is going to be receiving. On the other hand, Jaya is very anxious and upset about what is taking place. When the guards bring Jidu back, he comes in white silk pyjamas and his head all wrapped up in bandages. And even though the family received money and were able to live a much better life, through organ donation, many problems were created between each other. This is a perfect example of how money doesn't buy happiness. Harvest is a play written by Manjula Padmanabhan focusing geographically on Mumbai, India. We see the character Om signing up as an organ donor for Guinea, who is an American woman simply because there is no more jobs in India. Guinea pays him to lead and live a healthy life. So when it is time for doing an organ, there is no difficulty or problem in doing so. So this play feels nice in the beginning because it seems as after signing up as organ donor, leading a happy and healthy life is guaranteed and certain. But what lies underneath is when Om and his small family starts to enjoy their new lifestyles and they also start to deny the consequences. The play reminds the reader about a brothel, mainly because it takes place in India. Although this time it is in Mumbai and not Calcutta, the play also has a prostitute and revolves around poor financial situations resorting to do a very unfortunate jobs to keep their funds up. We see the family go through wonderful meals that can seem a passage between the families taking off at the beginning of the play with a good promise. But as the play furthers out itself, we see the promise becoming dark and uneasy. By seeing the financial situations of Om and his wife Jaya, we can appreciate money as a necessity to life. In this play, we see Om pretty much selling his life in order to obtain a top dollar for his family. We see Jidu works as a prostitute mentioned earlier. Mai is Om's mother, also lives in the house who favors Om more so than others. And work itself is not even hard either for the family. Guinea operates their services by dictating to Interplanta, which is the company that supplies them with food and services such as a toilet and shower that Om and his family received as a newly rich people. This obviously made a foreshadow of his death. Personally, I want to just skip right to the point where Om was going to die because it was so clear if he wasn't going to die. Om Prakash is an embittered, pretty unemployed youth who keeps the pretension of caring for his whole family. His new life with his family often surrounded around the luxury of food and shelter with services they are not used to. Harvest, it's another dystopian play. Harvest showcases the morality and ethical values of our society. Om's carelessness left his family in turmoil, and because of his carelessness, Jidu is taken by the organ trafficking people, We see Zero T being taken away from the picture as well as a donor, and Jaya is left alone to fend for herself. In the end, it is evident that the body serves as the major theme. Manjula did a great job in portraying a body's importance in our society as well as in this play. Apart from its futuristic approach, the play also shows how the financially strong groups or agents use the modern electronic technology to control and govern the financially weak sections of society in the world, at the risk of hell like life, as is found in Manjula Padmanabhan's another play, The Meeting Game. The play presents a war between machine and man for possession of human beings, and it can be happened in future, and we have to learn to control machines. Our machine will succeed at the initial ground, but final victory will lie on man or woman. Okay, the play also shows the futuristic picture of modern times where the machines will be replacing and distancing human beings gradually. Okay, dears, thank you for listening to me. These are all about the major themes and story of the play Harvest. Thank you all.